One of the big stories on Saturday night, Aljamain Sterling getting back on track with his second win this year. What a year it has been for him after the way 2017 ended, but what a submission it was. Wow. I keep watching that thing. I have no idea what happened. Let's talk to him right now about it. Aljo, how are you?
Doing well, Ariel. How's it going?
I'm doing great. Congratulations on the big win. You're still in Dallas, right?
I'm still out here in the country. Good old Dallas.
Why? Why'd you stick around longer?
Well, I want to check out the city a little bit, check out the good eats that I constantly hear about down here. And I heard it's always bigger in Texas, so
Yes.
trying to find out if it's really true or not.
Okay. Well, good luck with that. I appreciate you squeezing us in for a few minutes here. I couldn't believe it when you said it. That was your first submission in almost 3 years. Wow. For someone who's known, as the Funk Master and all that, and that's how we kind of got introduced to you, that's a long time. That must be the best part about all of this. Not just that you won, but that you won via sub, and especially a funky one.
Yeah, for sure, man. It's been a long time coming, and, I prided myself on being a finisher. I got to the UFC because I was a finisher. I was finishing guys third round, second round, and first round, and it was just getting better and better. And then I just hit a little wall, man. The competition gets tough, of course, but even with that being said, man, you got to go out there and put on entertaining fights because that's what the fans want to see, and that's what's going to sell, So that's what, like I said, that's what I pride myself on doing, man. 3 years, 3 freaking long years. Crazy.
I remember talking to you after the Brett Johns win back in April, and that was the first fight after the Marlon fight, and just talking about, getting the cobwebs out and getting back on track and things like that. Did you feel a lot more comfortable and like you didn't have to overthink things because, all right, you got that one fight in between out of the way. Now you could just get back to finishing and being yourself and fighting at your best. Like, did that one fight in between, did you feel a lot difference between this fight and the one in April because that was coming off the knockout?
Not so much. I mean, at the end of the day, I try to keep everything in perspective. I got knocked out, but it wasn't like a one-sided ass whooping. It was just, people could say whatever they want. At the end of the day, Marlon even said it himself. He didn't intentionally try to kick me in the face. He threw a body kick, switch kick, and I shot from Guam, like I said before, and the ref intervened, and then when he broke it up, I just shot. I got emotional, I just wanted to get the fight down to the floor, and I just went out pretty much instantly. And, so it goes like that sometimes. So coming back from that, I knew I had a chin. I was taking shots in training, and I didn't spar that much because I wanted to give my brain more time to recover. Because once that's gone, that's it, man. Your skill set doesn't matter how good you are. That does not come back from being depleted. So I made sure I did the right thing. I think I only sparred for the Brett Johns fight like 4 times, if that, and I wrestled the guys to death. So that's pretty. I'm just doing a smart thing by myself, my future, my longevity and career wise. So that's the way I looked at that. And this fight, I did feel a lot more comfortable. I saw everything coming, man. I felt like the guy had nothing for me. It was interesting because I was a little nervous. I get nervous before every fight, but I was a little nervous with Cody because I was like, man, this guy's talking a really big game. It's either he's gotten a lot better than what I've watched on these last 3 fights of his, or he's just a very good poker player and just, But, I called his bluff. So, like I told him at the weigh-ins, I was like, you're not going to like it when I take you down. You're sitting here doing MMA math, talking about our fights with Caraway. I like to think that my fight was a lot more, I think it was just better than his, as that's the easiest way to put it. So I went out there and did my thing, man, and got funky with it, put him in a funk strudel. Funk strudel.
Okay, so there's a couple of things there that I want to ask you about. First, before we get to the submission, did you have trouble making 135 this time?
Oh my God, it was brutal. What's so crazy? I got there when my weight was in a good spot. I had a ton of energy getting there, working out with Al on the first day. But I left Monday 145 and a half, and I was down to 4.37 body fat percentage, getting checked right after with the ultrasound. And, man, I was like, I don't know how the hell I'm going to get down. But, I was pretty hydrated. I was like 70% water. Tony Ricci told me, Fight State Ricci. He helps us out with our strength and conditioning and those kind of things at the gym, checking out BMI and all that. And, I got down. I felt great. I thought it wouldn't be a problem. I know I was really hydrated. But the last day, I didn't work out Thursday. I tried it because I hit it hard on Wednesday doing 2 workouts. I got my weight down, but I was still stuck at like 40. I think it was like 40 and a half or 43, something like that. And then that last day, man, I did all the last few pounds in the hot tub, 4.5 pounds in the hot tub. Friday morning, woke up at 6:50, and that 1 hour, man. I got it off like a champ, but I was delirious, man. I was like dry heaving a bit. It was I felt like that was the worst it's ever been. I mean, I know Al was there, two of my other teammates, Dennis Bazooka and James Gonzalez, but I don't think they've ever seen me like that. That was hurting, man. I was hurting pretty good and cramping up. I think all throughout the night until probably the next so Saturday morning I was cramping up pretty bad.
Wow. So is it possible your days of fighting at 135 are coming to an end?
I doubt it, man. You see a guy like the Beat, Brandon Davis. You see those those mofos, man. Those guys are huge. They got big frames, man. I mean, I'm strength-wise, I could probably compete with them, like pound for pound, like squeezing strength and all that. But when it comes to like the height disadvantage, and I don't know, I don't think that would be a smart career move for me. It would have to be, I would have to pick good fights that would help me get to a good position in the division. But I think I just got to up my fat intake and lay off the weights, man. I definitely can't be lifting any more weights. I think we're going to have to reassess everything because I'm super lean, man. For me, my last fight with Brett Johns, I got up to 168.5, literally 1 week after the fight. This week, I'm trying to do the right thing, but I'm eating all this good Texas food. I just left chicken scratch, and I told my girl, I was like, I'm going to go get a salad. And the next thing you know, I got the biscuits with the gravy and fried.
Yes.
Yeah, so I'm trying to do the right thing, but it's hard. It's hard, Ariel.
Did you throw up right before the fight?
Oh, I guess I snitched. I guess I kind of snitched on myself.
Yes. What happened?
Yeah, in the back room, I was having these crazy acid refluxes, and I was like, yo, this would be insane to get pulled off of this card if anybody comes in here and sees me throwing up or hears me throwing up. And, yeah, it was insane, man. It was literally 15 minutes before the walkout, and I was like, yo, this is not good. I can't have this happen in the cage. I can't have this happen while I'm walking to the cage. I got to try to get this out, and hopefully my stomach settles before I walk back out, man. And thank God it did, because that's not a comfortable feeling to go out there and fight. To try to fight through something like that, it's really hard to breathe, and it's the burning sensations. You know, it's just tough, very extremely difficult, man. I've never experienced anything like this before. I think I don't know. Like I said, I got to make some adjustments or something because I don't know. It was weird. It felt like my throat was just burning the entire time. I burped, and then it felt like everything was coming up. Just straight up bile. You know, I only ate once. I ate breakfast. I had some OJ. I guess that probably triggered some things. I don't know. I'm not a scientist with this. You know, I don't know how this works. I just fight. I just punch people.
All that makes your performance even more impressive, in my opinion. So let us talk about the finish. You can't really do it over the phone, but to the best of your abilities, can you explain how you pulled that off? Like, what are the steps to getting a submission like that?
So, right when you're on the back, if you look up while you're putting the arch and you see the sunset rising, you can see this spectacular vision. I don't know where I was going with that.
Oh, my God. I was like, holy crap, this is amazing.
No, but on a serious note. All right, so this is something that I tried to hit on Barao, and that Barao fight, I kind of just freestyled it, and I was like, yeah, I think I might be able to pull something off like this. And then I went to training, and I tried it a few times, and I've actually hit it a couple times in jiu-jitsu class. And then, so when I'm in that position, normally I hit it like Zabit does. I fall off to the side, and it's almost like a banana split, and you reach over, and you go underneath the leg, and you pull it. And it's supposed to be a lot of pressure on the hamstring. But with this variation, I had the hooks in so deep, and I didn't want to let my legs go because I knew I had the dexterity to keep it like that. That when I was able to reach underneath, I kind of just wrenched his leg. Honestly, I was just in the zone. I was just mean with it, I guess. It's kind of up, to be honest, but I kind of just, it was bad. I reached down for the ankle, and I know he was super tough the first time when I tried to flatten him out. He came back up to his base, super strong legs. Then I flattened him out. He came back again, and I was like, all right, this time I'm just going to go for it. If I fall off, we're just going to end up in a scramble, and I'll probably end up in a leg lock or something, like inverted or something like that, and we just keep fighting from there. But got into that position, and then he started falling backwards. I guess he was trying to shake me still, but as he was shaking me, I kind of bumped him over to the side, and that's when all his weight just collapsed on the side of his knee, and I heard it pop instantly, and I was like, yeah, this is done. And I let it go for like a split second, 'cause I was just gonna start going to just to let off some crazy ground and pound. And nah, man, he's a tough dude. I thought he was gonna. I didn't think he was gonna quit. I thought he was gonna try to fight through the pain. But I know what that feels like. I've done it twice in wrestling season to both legs, and I can only imagine, man. I feel like he probably tore a couple of things in there. I hope he didn't. That sucks to be out with an injury like that for that long. But hopefully it's just a strained LCL, But, yeah, man, that shit was nasty. Every time I watch it, I kind of cringe because I know the amount of pressure that goes on with those knee bars like that. So it went from a hamstring lock to like a groin stretch to pretty much you get the effects from an inverted heel hook that puts the pressure on that knee through the Achilles. You pretty much got that from that position right there, just from all the weight and the torque into the direction that I pulled it.
Now, who did it better, you or Zabit?
Well, Zabit's was pretty because it was a banana split. It was like a straight-up split, which was cool because and it went inverted in the camera. Mine, you didn't get to see, like, the damage control because it was upside down. If you saw from the side when he switched the angle from the UFC replay, it looked cooler from that side. But the back position, you don't really get to see the beauty of the actual jiu-jitsu move or what was actually going on. So I guess the beats looked prettier on paper, but mine was more damaging, I would say. Okay. I think I'm gonna do a breakdown of this when I get back tomorrow and record it and put it up on my YouTube channel.
Okay, we look forward to that. Now, before I let you go, I have to ask. Afterwards, you said winner of Rivera Dodson. And by the way, you were on fire. Like, the fight was great, the finish was great, and then you just took the baton. You already knew what you wanted next. You were on fire on the mic, so great job all around. You said Rivera Dodson, but that fight kind of just happened and no one's really talking about it. Or you said you wanted to slap the SH blank blank out of Dominic's mouth, which is interesting because are you saying that he has, because it's like Happy Gilmore eating pieces of SH for breakfast, no one really has SH in their mouth, if you get what I'm saying. But anyways, I like the call out. Why are you mad at him? What's the issue there?
I'm not necessarily mad at him, but I think he kind of, at this point in the game, I think he feels he's a little too entitled to feeling that he deserves a title shot after a one-sided loss. And getting, he got beat around from pillar to post in the cage against Cody Garbrandt, and Garbrandt just got starched twice by TJ, and then you don't fight for 2 years, and then you think you're just gonna sit and let all the real contenders and the guys who are really putting in the work come out, fight each other, and eliminate each other, so that you can say, all right, well, I'm the last guy standing because I was out. No, bro, f that. You gotta fight, and you got to stay relevant. I understand you're doing a commentating thing and you think that's your best way of staying relevant, but bro, we're fighting. We're the one putting in the work. You got Marlon out there. He's killing guys. You got even a Sunshine who's out there fighting guys, and he may not be the most exciting guy in terms of talking or anything like that, but these guys are legitimate contenders. These guys are tying up the division with all these immediate rematches, and then you got this guy coming in here not fighting in 2 years, and it's stupid. Keep the division going. Let some new blood get in there. Eventually, I'm gonna get my turn and get my crack. And like I said, man, I want to fight the best guys in this division, and Dominic Cruz is one of them. He is a legend of the sport, and to be able to say I took out two legends would be a huge feather in my cap. Only one guy took him out, in the bantamweight division. So I would like to be the second guy if he doesn't get the next shot at the title. So that Rivera fight, that sucked. Nobody. After I was excited about getting the winner of that, and then I watched it, I was like, yeah, boo. I don't want to fight either one of those guys to get that. Give me John Lineker or something. I don't know. I want to fight somebody who's gonna make it a fun fight. And if I gotta chase Rivera around or Dodds, I don't know. I'm just gonna do what I do best, man. I'm gonna take these guys down, put the pressure on them. And like I said, man, I get the hooks in. I'm a nightmare for anybody on top. So even off my back, bro. Dude, I'm just ready to beat up some bantam puffs, dog. That's really what it is. I'm ready to beat up the bantam puffs.
Great stuff, Aljo. Really enjoyed it. You nailed it from, you made weight great, even though you had the issues, but the fight itself, the submission on the mic, just great stuff. I know you're out there doing your thing in Dallas, so I appreciate you joining us. Enjoy the victory, enjoy Dallas, and we'll talk to you soon.
Hey, man, and make sure you guys tune in and watch my weight cut from Fight Week, UFC 228, on my YouTube channel or MMA Junkie. Go check it out, The Funk Chronicles.
Damn, dog, coming on the show and plugging other outlets. I'll let it slide. It's all good. It's all good.
Wait, they did my editing. You're not doing my editing.
All right. My editing. Much love. I will check it out on MMAJunkie.com. I will check it out. Only love for the others.
Or my YouTube. Oh, go check my YouTube channel. All right. How about that? Go check my YouTube channel.
Aljo, thank you very much. We'll talk to you soon. There he is.
Thanks, Jerry.
Funk Master himself, big win for him. Now, Henry Cejudo told ESPN's Phil Murphy on Saturday that it's getting closer. It's getting closer. The TJ fight is getting closer. Does that free up Dominic Cruz? I don't know how I feel about that fight being made after, Cejudo just won the belt and Dillashaw just defended it once. I do feel like there are a lot of other contenders in line right now, but if that's the direction that they're going to go in, that would free up a Dominic Cruz. Now, do they go with Dominic Cruz versus Marlon Moraes? That obviously makes a lot of sense. You got to give Aljo props for shooting his shot. I do think him versus Jimmy Rivera would make a lot of sense. A nice East Coast battle there, maybe on the MSG card, although that is rapidly approaching. It is less than 2 months away. But there are options. Bantamweight is a lot of fun these days. And that's precisely why I want the champion to defend his belt. I want to see TJ against the likes of Dominic Cruz, Marlon Moraes, Rafael Sunsao. I feel like there are a lot of options there at 135 as opposed to having him go down to 125 or even having Henry Cejudo go up to 135. So we shall see.